to 23. Y'all gonna hear Eagle noises all show, because that's the kind of show we have. Y'all pillow talking too far.
We got special. Oh, shit. Excuse my language, Mom. I didn't make that joke. Now, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, he gets upset, right? We say different words, Cowboys, Dallas. He just starts. Yeah. So watch when you say that.
Yeah, you got if you say Dak today, you have to whisper.
Yeah, whisper that.
You can't just say Dak. You gotta Dak.
Or the other D.
Yep. Dak. If you say Dallas, you gotta whisper.
Yeah, because he don't really play that.
He don't really play that.
Sorry about that.
He don't really play that. You know what I'm saying? Shady, what was your reaction to the Eagles win over the Cowboys?
Told you whisper that.
Oh, yes.
It was a good game, right? And I will say this. I was excited to see how well Dallas played. Mm-hmm. But this showed me no matter how good Dallas plays, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's not enough. And as I watched the game 2 times, just to make sure my eyes wasn't lying to me, we didn't play our best game.
Not at all.
And it still wasn't enough for the Cowboys to beat us. See, every time I see
you have to watch how you say it.
That's crazy.
You've got
Cowboys. So my thing is, like, when you watching these games and you're trying to, I don't know, what can the Cowboys do easier to beat us? They can't. It's not enough. The main position that I thought that would let them down didn't let them down. Dak Prescott played very, very well.
Really?
He used his legs. He was accurate. He wasn't nervous like normal in the big lights. He played well. And that still wasn't enough. So my next question is, what can the do to beat us? The answer is nothing.
It did not seem like it, because the way that played, you would have thought they were going to be able to win.
No question.
You would have thought they were going to be able to win, but my reaction is that was what NFL football is supposed to look like at the highest level. 2 really, really good teams, 2 very evenly matched teams, 2 quarterbacks showing toughness, 2 quarterbacks showing poise, 2 quarterbacks playing at the highest level. Jalen Hurts 3 touchdowns, Dak Prescott 3 touchdowns, Dak over 300 yards, Jalen over 200 yards, Jalen's rushing 1 in, Dak Prescott doing it all through the air. It was such a phenomenal. That's on me. That was my fault. That was my fault.
My man.
I know.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? Please.
I know. I know. I'm just gonna call him DP. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah.
So I thought that the way that DP played, I thought it was good enough to get it done. But the Eagles are so good that even when number 4 plays great for that team in blue and white, even when he does, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles still got it done, James Jones.
DP. There you go.
Thank you.
Not scary.
Look what you got me going through up here, man. We got a live Eagle on set, man, because you couldn't make one more throw to win the game. And this Eagle ain't even here. We can say Dak Prescott, all Cowboys, all that. This was 2 really good football teams playing really good football. This was a really good division game. And we said it would come down to this. Yeah. We said it was going to come down to which quarterback had the ball in their hands last to go down there and win the game, and which team was going to make the play. It was 2 really good football teams. The Eagles made the last play to win the football game, but the Stars played like stars on both sides of the ball. They played like stars. They showed up, and that's what you needed in these big-time games, and that's what they delivered. It was a really good football game. This one right here, Dak did show up, and Dak played his tail off. This one has nothing to do with Dak Prescott. Eagles just 1 play better and got the W.
Yeah, I think the better team won. That's what we saw, because we've talked about Dak Prescott. All of us have mentioned him. He played a great game. He looked good. He looked poised. He made all the right choices. Okay, so at the end, you stepped out of bounds. There's just, didn't make a throw into the end zone. It was on the line. But you can pick apart anybody's game. If the Eagles had lost, we would have picked apart some things that Jalen Hurts did. I don't really feel like there's a need to pick apart what Dak Prescott did in that game. He wasn't the reason that they lost that game by any means. He played a very, very high-level game against a high-level opponent, and the Eagles are just the better team. And that's what we watched last night. I'm really thankful to very grateful to the football gods for giving us that game. It wasn't a blowout. We weren't sitting in the 4th quarter wondering why we're still paying attention. It was absolutely down to the line. That's what you want to see. That's why we watch these games. That's what this was billed to be, and it lived up to the hype. So I really enjoyed watching that game, and I feel like the main takeaway that we have to have is the better team won that game.
Let's stop down and have that conversation, Shady, because as I'm watching the game, I'm thinking to myself, Cowboys played really, really well. I said on Friday, I think the Cowboys are the most complete team in football. Reason I said that is not because their offense is better than the Eagles or their defense is. You keep saying that's on me. I keep saying that one word. That's on me.
We got to switch seats. He don't like them words. Yeah. I don't like them words.
That's on me. The reason I said that is because the team with the 214 zip code.
There you go. There you go.
the team with the 214 area code, y'all saw what their special teams did. First touchdown by that team was because Kevontae Turpin returned the ball all the way to the 50-yard line.
Player.
Then they got into the end zone. A really, really good player. So, Shady, I'm left wondering, did the best team actually win the game? Because the team with that 214 zip code, they outscored the Eagles gained the Eagles by 114 yards.
See,
they came down to some feet, some inches, etc. Did the best team win?
I'm lucky you asking me this question and not asking Slim this, because he might have a different...
He might have got crazy.
Yeah. What are we talking about here? You play the game to win, right? There's no moral victories. Yeah, Dak Prescott played well. There's no moral victory in that. They lost the game. Listen, last year in the Super Bowl, I would say that Jalen Hurts, other than that fumble, played the best out of everybody. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Nothing.
We lost the game.
Good point.
It's a winner and a loser. There's somebody going home to be happy they won. Somebody's going home mad they lost. Somebody's going home to celebrate with their teammates and whoever they celebrate with, and somebody's going home to cry and complain about the game. The Eagles won this game because they're a better team. And another thing is, if we didn't play that good, like Eagle football, and we still got a chance to win that game, what does that tell you about us? What does that tell you when we play our best ball? We might blow them out. Think about it for a second. The quarterback for the other team, right?
Number 4.
You didn't expect him to play that good.
I didn't. Not that great.
You didn't expect him to play that good. I mean, he had like another juice about him. Even like escaping tackles and sacks. He looked different. And that still wasn't enough. I don't think he'll have another game like that against the Eagles ever again. I'm not sure. I don't know. But he did have that game, and it didn't matter. So to say that the better team did not win, I can't say that. The best team won. We strapped up. We put our cleats on, put our helmets on. My man Slim went through the whole stadium. We got it on. When the clock hit 0-0, the fireworks went off, and they were green. You tell me who the better team won.
Well, nobody in this league is undefeated, right? So when you go out there on Sundays to play the game, it don't matter what your record is. It don't matter who your players are. You play to win the game. You're always trying to be the best team on Sunday, right? Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, they came out there, they balled. They played their tails out. But at the end of the day, like Shady said, they lost the football game. The Eagles made one more play. The Eagles, to me, yes, they are the better team. And the reason why they are the better team is because, like I said on the show before, no matter how it may look, they always make the last play. Whether it's the Commanders, whether it's the Dolphins, whether it's up, whether it's down, whether it's the offense got to go down there and score and get some points, they do that. Whether it's the defense got to come along and make a play, they do that. Last week we seen it in Washington. This team possibly could lose the game. Washington got the ball. What happens? Here comes a sack from the Eagles. Ball in Jalen Hurts' hands. Here comes a score. They're always making the final play, and that's a sign of a really, really good football team. And yes, both these teams play really good football, and the better team won on Sunday.
But also, whenever you talk about when you interact with fans of the team that played the Eagles, what do they say? Why are you hating, Shady?
Right.
What do they say? What's the position that you say is the weakest?
Not me. The fans, they say it's the quarterback that's holding them back.
Right. Well, the
They always
quarterback
tell me.
wasn't holding them back.
No.
The quarterback was not holding them back last night. So if you're looking at that game as who's the better team or who you feel more confident about or who can go out there and win games, when your quarterback, the position that some fans think is the position that generally holds them back, plays at the level that he played a really good game. There's nothing to critique. There's always something you could do better. There's a moment, there's an inch, whatever. He played well enough to win that game, and it wasn't enough. What I've said about the Eagles from last year, and it's poured over into this year. You're right. No team in this league is undefeated. But they only have one loss. But they always find ways to win games. I don't want to go this far. I'm not even going to go that far. I'm not going to get that far.
You got to do what you got to do. Don't short Slim.
You ain't going to like it.
Yeah, Slim is
You
here.
ain't going to like it, though.
Oh.
I'll say this.
A lot of things I don't like.
We used to say this about the Patriots when they were in their dynasty. And I'm not comparing the Eagles to the Patriots dynasty. Please relax. I'm just saying they never beat themselves. So even when they play a bad game, they're going to find a way to make the play at the end of the game. They're going to find a way to come together. They're going to have a team win. It's going to be a defensive stop. It's going to be a last-second miracle grab by A.J. Brown. That's the difference between a team that is great and good, is that even when they don't play their best, they don't give it over to you.
Nope.
And that was really what was remarkable about that game, because we constantly say that. We said it about the Eagles last year. Oh, they never beat anybody. Do they have any signature wins?
That was a storyline.
It doesn't matter now whether they look good, whether they blow people out. They're going to win the game, and that was everything that we wanted us yesterday.
It's those small things. It's those little things. It's those minute and minuscule details. It's those plays that I think the Eagles could make that the Cowboys could not make. Were you surprised, though, at how well the Cowboys played against your Eagles?
I was surprised, and not just the Cowboys in general, but I'm talking about the quarterback position. Like Dak Prescott, he did his thing. I mean, he was so accurate, keeping the play alive, escaping out of different, times when he was in trouble, extending the plays. And then another thing is, I didn't know how well his wide receivers and him are connected. So, I want to say about 60% of our offense sometimes is with big plays come from broken plays,
100%.
right? And like scramble. And I see a couple times with CeeDee Lamb, right? Ran his route, was kind of guarded, right? Dak broke out. More time, extended.
That's your fault.
That's me.
That's your fault.
That's me.
You know better than to do that. You know better when to do that.
Number 4.
You know better.
Number 4.
What's wrong with you?
4. Number 4, extended plays, and they connected on some deep passes through the scramble. So I was surprised how well he played. I mean, I didn't see Dak play this well on a primetime game against a good team in a long, long time. A long, long time. And he showed me that he can play that well. Yeah. But the scary thing is, he could play that well, and the defense offense could play that well, and they still could lose to a team like the Eagles where we didn't play well.
Yeah.
We didn't play our best. So we put everything together. That's the thing about the Eagles I love. We find so many different ways to win games. Is it offense? Is it defense? Is it passes? Is it running? Who is it? Is it A.J. Brown? Is it Devontae Smith? Who can it be? Yeah. Did you see that route by Devontae Smith? So anything you want to put at, if it's a roster or if it's coaching, whatever it may be, we can win games. That's a scary thing for the NFC and the AFC. And if you don't believe me, ask Slim.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.